Sure, coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Bengals leading near the break. All right, here we go. Second down. He's going to throw this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. He's trying to go deep again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. A give up the gut to Obani Konda. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Gets this one to Andrews. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. Now the Rams will use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Trying to find Trey McBride. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. That's caught for the 1st. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know. But whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Blankenship good on the point after. And the Rams get it back to within 6. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Back to throw it. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for 2.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And he gets into the end zone. Not a bad way to end the first half. Adding an octopus as time expires.
Rams 7.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Rockies tackle. Yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Airing it out to start this drive. Setting up the screen. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. But once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
3rd and long for deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Picked up by the Rams. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the 2nd half with McCaffrey. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Pickett. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throwing deep for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams start the 2nd half with some needed points. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point from Blankenship is up and good. And the Rams chunk the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Pass play coming here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Robinson on the inside give. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Sent down by Cody Barton. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now they'll forces this down to the 22-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
On second down, Robinson. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it.
They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll run here on first down. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Robinson will not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
So now, here's third and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. And the Rams are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side with a bunny conduct. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. To throw is Pickett. The throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He's going deep this time. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. A touchdown all but gifted to them here as they take over 1st and goal. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. They did it! He made the interception! And the Rams have some new life in the fourth! There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Pickett to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now here's Pitt. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. Here's Robinson. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line in the defense.
Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals double their lead to 14.
Rams, 14.
Reed now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. Pickett set to pass. Dumped off to his running back. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. It's a big run, 9 yards, but they're still facing a 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He'll throw it yet again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. To throw, Pickett. Oh, put some heat on this deep. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Bengals.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Bengals nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. Staying with Robinson. And he's tackled for a short gain. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
They can stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, bro.